around NFTs recently and seeing the ups and the downs, and for me it's felt quite a lot like the 2017 ICO craze. What lessons do you think the NFT industry can learn from that and the project you've seen coming up from those past lessons?
I personally think the main differentiator between the ICO boom of 2017 and this boom was the type of people involved and not only the founders but mainly the investors in this space. I think in 2017 we saw a lot more decentralized apps coming out, and then this time it was NFT collections that were easier for everyone to understand. It's just a picture of a monkey. Okay, I'll buy it and flip it. So it was much easier, and I have one. And but then I think that's the main differentiator. So the type of audience wasn't really getting into the technical stuff at all. And I guess that moving forward, we will definitely see projects that have a lot more actual utility, obviously, real communities will be built, and not just people that are flipping and moving between those communities.
Yeah, I think that's there's this similarity of we have people that they want to make some quick cash by selling a hyped up roadmap and their ambitious promises, and a lot of people lost a lot of money. But I think this resulted in again, many people lost interest and trust in the Web3 space, and definitely we are going to see some recovery phase from that. And I think that most new breakthrough technologies, there are going to be some phases until we see the mainstream adoption. And I think during that time, we have to embrace that these cycles are normal, we are going to have ups and downs, and along the way we have to support the creators, innovators, so that we can make NFTs accessible for everyone. Also, I think regarding the last bull run, I think it was very good that it drew so much attention from the institutions, companies, and brands that they are ready to integrate this new technology into their products, and they are looking for ways to integrate, creating value that was not viable before. So I think that was a great thing.
Well, there's really two ways to look at it, right? In every bull market, there's the noise and then there's the signal. If we were to collectively, off the top of our heads, kind of come up with how many NFT collections do we actually have? Anybody? I'll bet all collectively we can probably come up with, I don't know, 30. Boring club, anything, those type of ones. Just before going on stage and check it out, CoinMarketCap listed 3,000 NFT collections, which means if you name 30, that's only one. So most of the NFTs, what they get wrong is they make it about it, and they make it their whole roadmap. The problem is NFTs is a stepping stone of the roadmap, not the roadmap.
Yeah, those are great points. I think you do just see those 1% come through, and that's similar with cryptocurrencies, right? It's however many coins are listed on the market cap, there's that 1% that comes through, and you just kind of touched on it, but what do you think NFT projects do get wrong? And going forward, how can projects ensure they have longevity? Because even some of the most popular ones we've seen coming out of this cycle, we've seen really fade now from a community aspect, which I think is much more important than sometimes in the coin community. The NFT community is a real strong value, and that starts to fade, people start to leave. So how do you think projects going forward need to address this and keep their community?
Yeah, so I guess the fact that we saw a lot of projects lose up to 90 or even more percentage of their market caps does not necessarily mean that the project is dead or anything like that, because I think that most of the prices are now really just realistic to their values. And so if we look at the other side by the Bored Apes, the metaverse that I think they released something like 70,000 land plots. each one is worth like a couple of ETH now, the floor price, and so it's still a huge market cap for something that doesn't really work yet. So there's no need to panic and be like, I guess a lot of people lost a lot of money, which makes it a bit sad, but it does not mean that this space is dead. Going forward, I would advise these projects to have the value ready before they launch, but I guess they didn't really care because they just wanted to get the money while it's easy to get. And so I believe it's not only our advice to them, but it's also going to be a necessity for these projects to succeed. They're not going to succeed if they don't provide the value in advance before trying to just get funds. And no matter what kind of a graphic designer you have, you need to have more than that when you come up with an NFT project next time.
Yeah, so when you look at what makes an NFT project successful, at NFT we look at like their marketplace presence, their social media engagement, etc. And I think all of us are familiar that there are some like phases of an NFT project, successful NFT project. So there are these early investors that buy really cheap assets, they make those cheap assets, and as the project site starts to build up, they sell their like cheap accumulated assets in a good price level, and we see that usually that's the highest point where the price gets or the price gets. And after that, like as the demand slows down, the volume goes down, the price will go down, and eventually the market reaches an equilibrium. And I think at this very point, it's an uphill battle for the project to stand up and survive. So I think the projects need to constantly monetize their community and also the distribution of their assets too. And I think they should detect the problems really early on. And I also don't believe that like incentivizing the community by enabling some staking and staking for some export, I think that doesn't work for most cases. I think that's just the pain reliever, and I think most of the time it prevents the team to identify the problems really early on. So I would suggest the teams, like when you make the question, I would suggest the teams to like avoid some unrealistic roadmaps and try to focus on creating real value for their community. And in the end, like the community decides that the project is going to be successful or not.
Ultimately, it boils down to this. NFTs, it ain't about the art, right? It's about the use case. Let's look at our dynamic. How do we all get here? We went through this thing called Eventbrite, right? We put our information, we got our ticket, and we got it. That's what the Yakdom community is. It's a Web3, highly walled garden community where your tickets just happen to be cool, and they just happen to have some value attached. But the use case is the community. It's not the end. So that's what all these projects get wrong. You have to focus on the use case. Some use cases may fail, some use cases may succeed. But the focus is the use case. That's what.
And we talked a bit about it, and we saw it in a presentation earlier in terms of the way Web3 gaming projects, and especially NFT projects, approach raising funds is quite different to traditional. Like it's one mint day, they try and mint out, they get a load of funds, they don't really have much skin in the game on the whole. Do you think that way of doing it is going to change over time? Communities may demand them to invest more at the start, have more a product ready to show, rather than just the art and the utility going forward, rather than minting millions. And naturally, I think you see some projects when they do that, the team's interest, they've got their money, they've got their payday, their interest aside, they're not necessarily as committed as they were. Maybe having some skin in the game and different ways of minting may be more beneficial for everyone.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if you guys remember, it was pretty recent where they minted a pretty successful collection with a lot of money, and then they announced that the founder has died and they're ready to sell the project right after the mint. So I guess that shows a lot about how easy it is to scam in this market. But that goes back to your first question about the ICO boom. The ICO boom in 2017 consisted of funneling people into investing into your project, while this happened the same with NFTs this time. However, the DeFi project has taken they evolved into traditional VCs that were investing in this cycle. And so we saw that these DeFi projects, which also has gone down, but they're all still around here and they're still building, they raised money from traditional VCs or like crypto VCs, but not just from retail investors, which is what the NFT companies has done. So I think that the next cycle will definitely be that slow raising and traditional raising capital type of style.
Yeah.
Yeah, like recently we got investment from like the VCs and I think it was an interesting development in the space. So I definitely agree, like the founders should have some like skin in the game. But I think like there are countless ways of innovating in this space. So recently we have saw like this new NFT collection called NFT project called Art Rollers, and they managed to innovate in such a way that they managed to bootstrap a self-sustaining ecosystem on their own. So I think still even without like keeping the project long term, some of the teams managed to build some complete products and complete systems like ecosystems.
What is the USDC of our programs?
So they kind of created this gamified system that the real creators of the NFT collections, the community itself, they are like building this NFTs using some gamified tools, etc. They combine teams and each NFT. They trade, they stake it through like the system made up currency called Blue, and I don't know what can they do with Blue, but they have this nice system that works. And I encourage everyone to take a look at their like green papers. I think it's very interesting and everything should like take some inspiration from them. I really like that. Yeah. We'll check on.
So the NFT projects, so first of all, macro. In general, blockchain is still in its infancy as far as adoption. NFT industry is even further earlier on the adoption curve, right? So then the NFT projects have to understand who their users are and what they want. And the big currency they sell to their community is adoption. They constantly have to give something else to adopt. The second they stop, the user disappears. So NFT was phase one, right? Maybe somebody got a little steam out of it, maybe it'll run for another 2 quarters, who knows. But there's a need now for the second reiteration. This is, by the way, not an official chain position, but I happen to think the next best bet for these projects is probably gaming, where they take the NFTs that the users had in phase one become essentially gaming avatars in whatever that game was, metaverse, Web3 experience, whatever that is. And the bet is that Chainlink VRF, which is a source of Web3 randomness, can somehow contribute to improving the user experience. Because here you have users that desperately need randomness in their gaming experience. And that randomness has to be verified. And then, on the other side, you have projects who need a second phase, which is like human gaming. And they need to build random experiences for the users. So the chain real chances are will be disconnected. So if you are a dev decision maker developer, that is probably the next best.
So yeah, you touched on gaming there. I think it's an interesting one because for most people, that is the most obvious use case for NFTs, right? I think especially in mobile gaming, I think a lot of the time we're seeing now people focusing on these browser-based games, trying to maybe compete with the CODs of the world. And I think mobile gaming has a huge application. I think there's 100 billion spent on in-game purchases in mobile gaming. And imagine if you told those people that power-up you just bought or that weapon you just bought, you can actually go sell that to someone else, and almost like Trojan horse. It's not an NFT, but you can just sell it to someone. That seems a huge use case. Yet there's such friction and resistance from the gaming world at the moment with NFTs. And why do you think that is?
Why the gamers? It troubles me. I have no idea. I don't know why they decided not to. I guess it's because they didn't like Bitcoin to begin with, and they didn't like. So I guess NFTs came and they were like, no, we don't want that. I have no idea why. I would love to learn. Maybe you guys have an idea because it's puzzles me. I mean, you were told that instead of you just buying, you'll be able to buy and sell, and you're like, no, we don't want it. So I don't know, but I think that eventually we're going to see the shift towards blockchain gaming and NFTs being part of the games, regardless if these gamers are hopping on or not, because it's just what needs to be done. And I hope that they'll finally sober up and join the normal people.
Yeah, I think regarding the gaming, it's very interesting that how NFTs can elevate, initiate innovation in that space. And I think there's this resistance on the traditional gaming industry on integrating NFTs. I think it's very normal since that it kind of transfers the ownership of the content from the game owners, game creators, to the actual subject of the game. So that's very normal, I think, in case of they don't want to use control of their content, and I think this new innovation in this space favor the subject of the game more than the creators. So, yeah.
So let's call it Web2 gaming. Web2 gaming had 30 years, from the 1990s, to figure out how to enable users to monetize their games. And in Web2 space, there's really not that many opportunities. You have to be a professional gamer. That's something you want. You can maybe start your Twitch stream. That's opportunity to YouTuber, that kind of thing. But there's really no way for me and Dave, let's say, to play Call of Duty with each other or whatever, on the outcome of the game in one-on-one. Web2 gaming failed. This is where Web3 comes in. And the lack of cooperation, in my mind, breaks down to of course, this. Some executives refuse to cooperate. I've seen a number of projects that had that intention in mind, but they were closed by the gatekeepers of the Web3 games. But there's also a second audience, which is lack of awareness. Hence, this is why we have to do events like this. We have to spread the gospel that, hey, Web3 and Web3 gaming and Web2 gaming, that makes it. And eventually, as Steve Jobs would famously say, listen, when we talk about keywords and people not being able to type, it's like, hey, we got into the market first, and people didn't know how to type, and then we figured it out. That's what we take care of it. Same thing here. Eventually, the only executives that are not crypto-friendly will go away, and the more Web3 crypto-friendly crowd will come in, and fusion will happen. Best bet, I don't know, 5-10 years, we'll see a drastic change in the Web3 experience. Hopefully, the titles we know today, like maybe like Call of Duty, whatever, will have a Web3 component. Another case is we'll see, I don't know, a Web3 game called Call of Satoshi or something, and the Satoshi will store locally, and that will be a purely Web3. So,
yeah, I guess one thing that I'm thinking about, which may have caused this, hatred towards NFTs was like when they checked out the games, they were surprised to see that these games look more like 1998, you know. So I guess that, of course, the games kind of suck. They're not really fun. They're more play to earn and not play to have fun. And they don't really want that. So I guess that definitely once those games will become more fun, we're going to see more and more people get involved.
Yeah, that's why I really think a shift of focus to mobile games could be a really great way to bridge that gap and draw them in. So yeah, gaming is one big aspect where I think we can all agree NFTs are going to make an impact. And overall, I think we are just touching the surface on the potential of where NFTs can go and what other industries are you looking at and excited about that you think NFTs can have a real impact in?
So any industry that has professionals in this industry that are trading and getting involved would be able to be open now for us retail investors to be able to take part in it. And I'll give some examples like wine. Wine is being traded all over the place, and the revenue you can make off of wine is pretty awesome. I mean, the yield you make is around 20% if you know what you're buying. And so we don't get the opportunity to be part of it because you need to be connected with the right people and know it's a game that's going to be open now with NFTs. Violins, horses, so much stuff that we can't get involved in right now would be able to be open with NFTs. And one more thing I'm definitely bullish on is ticketing. It's the best way to verify that you own the actual tickets to concerts, and we see so much fake tickets going on, so this will end it for sure.
Yeah, I think this era seems like it's early 2000s, like I think there are very significant. Lots of people are trying to like invent new products and services and money is pouring into them and only time will tell which use cases are here to stay and which are going to diminish. But I think in the long term, when you see that NFTs have this potential, which lies in doing attachment to like in blockchain format, I think you can see it's like elevating the art market, like gambling market, I don't know, real estate maybe digitalizing the company shares, I don't know. But I think most of those untapped industries, they are like institutional markets and at some point, they will have to go through some change and some innovation. And I personally think that NFTs have the potential of initiating those like changing sparks. And like I personally think that the creator economy has a great potential to innovate on like using NFTs. I think the current landscape of NFTs is a good example of that. Like today you see that artists converting their pieces into NFTs, and in the next go round you might see musicians do the same or the youth creators do the same, photographers do the same. I don't know. They will see in time, on time in time.
So, NFTs will likely have more utility. If you guys follow Chainlink Smart Con this fall, you would know that we have released NFT full price fees, which is basically a way to evaluate the whole NFT collection based on the NFT full price in a more risk averse way for the lending and borrowing process. And the problem there is most NFT full price algorithms are kind of closed. Nobody really knows because it's really an art, not a science, to evaluate an NFT collection. But this partnership between Coinbase and Chainlink, the algorithm that Coinbase puts forward is really old. So it gives you that visibility into how the NFT collection is being evaluated. So that will create another vertical for the lending and borrowing protocols to use NFTs as collateral in exchange for some form of product. So, for liquidity. So, NFTs will likely have more utility. If you guys follow Chainlink Smart Con this fall, you would know that we have released NFT full price fees, which is basically a way to evaluate the whole NFT collection based on the NFT collection. that's number one. Number two, there's probably going to be something in the space of attaching collateral to NFTs. Some talks being heard. That's as far as we can go now. Again, it's not official. It's just what I see kind of they talking to some parties. And last but not least, which were alluded to earlier, is the spaces. So I think the bull run, the NFT bull run is kind of coming to a close. The NFT collecting projects have to find the second phase, and that second phase will likely be gaming. And so that will give the NFTs much more utility for the next cycle. And it's those NFTs that have utility in the next cycle are going to be popular with the NFT floor pricing, crowd, for lending and borrowing, and the NFT collateral.
Yeah, I think going back to the gaming point, a lot of people in the NFT world are all about utility, right? Like what utility, and a lot of the time it's people wanting to use airdrops or coins or staking and all this stuff. But the gaming does really add something. We can see people are willing to spend billions of pounds just on skins and stuff that give them a certain look at the game. And that's utility enough. But imagine telling someone your NFT, or that's enough at the moment. So that bridge again is almost for the NFT people to realize the use cases there as well, and that can bridge that thing over. So obviously you guys work at a great range of companies in the NFT space. What kind of things or analytics are you seeing on your respective platforms that may give us a glimpse